Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? And welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time visiting us, why don't you hit that subscribe button in your lower right hand corner and become part of my extended family, and also hit that bell notification so you are up to date anytime I upload a video. Just a few things I want to go over today. Actually, I have been driving the dually quite a bit and it has done remarkably well. Had a couple issues I'm trying to work out, not sure what they are. It just done it. It's only done it twice. Shifting, like starting out, I start out in second gear, I don't start out in first. And then it's almost like an injector pop, and then you'll get a puff of white smoke. It's kind of what it sounds like underneath the hood. And it did it, it's only done it twice, and that's going, you know, starting out in second gear, then shifting into third, it's done it, and then, and it's been fine. Both times it done it, it was just a little bit colder out. I didn't give it, I only give it probably about 5-10 minutes to warm up. So I don't know what the issue is, but hopefully we will be resolving that soon. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I picked up some injector nozzles for this truck that we're going to be installing. Thank you, Chris from Ducky Fuel Injection, for providing those for me. And then also, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I'm going to be giving away a set of 125 horse Ducky VP injectors. So I will have a stipulation on that. I do have to have a set of cores back so I can turn those in. This set is the set that I took out of my truck and put the Duckies in. I sent this set of 125s in, and they got a clean bill of health from Chris. So these are a set of 125 Ducky injectors, and one of you guys are going to get a chance to take those home and put them in your truck. Just as long as, like I said, the only stipulation is you're going to have to send me a set of cores once you get them out, and that's the only Bosch body cores I have to have. Don't want no Chinese knockoff stuff. They have to be Bosch body cores. But that's not happening right now. That'll be in the foreseeable future. I'm not sure when I'm going to give them away, but you know what? We got to keep you guys a little bit on suspense there for just a little bit longer, I think. Or on the edge of your seat, whatever. Just stay tuned and you'll know when I give them away. So, want to get the emergency brake cable hooked up. That's this piece right here. You got this goes, their cable comes through here, and then this connects the two cables together, then another cable hooks up here, and then this is your adjustment. So I want to get that hooked up. I went to O'Reilly. I started getting some of these LED replacements. They are very, very proud of these. It was $15 for a package of 2. I've already used one inside the cab. When I was making the wiring harness for the ISPRO gauges, remember I also included the power wires for the compressor gauge too. And when I was messing around with that, it's just a standard incandescent bulb just like this. I must have just beat it just a little bit too much and I broke the filament inside, so I already put one of these inside in the compressor gauge, so that's taken care of. I'm going to take the other one for right now and put it in one of my license plate pockets. This one's actually broke. I got to take this out and replace it, but I'm going to use one of them there. But in this truck I need 2, 5, 7, 9 of those bulbs, and then there's probably some on the inside of the cab too, so I'm not going to just to replace all of those. It was going to be quite costly, so what I did is I came home, looked on Amazon, of course did the Amazon Prime, and they will be here by Wednesday. I'll put a link in the description. You guys check out all the links in my description. And Christmas is coming. Tell your wives I got tools in there. Say, hey man, I like this. I saw it on the channel and I would really like to have this for Christmas. I know one of the guys' comments was one of the Evolution saws. He goes, hopefully Santa will bring me one of those for Christmas this year. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I want to those will be here Wednesday, so I'll get all those replaced. They're just a little bit different than what these Sylvanias are. They are black, and then they have like 4 cubes or 4 LED cubes or squares, whatever, on each side, and then one on the tip. So it's be on this side, and then both sides here, and then there'll be one on the tip. They are a 6000K just like this, so Yeah, get those in Wednesday and get those in the truck. Also, I do have my Smarty in there. I'm reading up just a little bit more on it before I do the install. I've never done one of those, so before I just go ramrodding around, plugging it in, and possibly screwing something up, I want to read just a little bit more and get a little bit more versed with the system before we install a tune on it. So that'll be in the days to come, possibly tomorrow. I'll get that done. Just want to do a little bit more reading tonight and figure things out with that. Gonna be kind of a quick video today. I do have a brake. Like I told you guys before, I must be the only person in the family, the Durango over there, that knows how to do brakes, because that is my brother's. I've already done my brother's van, his wife's Jeep, and now he has his Durango over here, and that needs brakes all the way around. They are in really, really sad shape. So, and also, yes, it is back. I really, really like it, believe it or not, on this truck. But yeah, I think I called it Big Black Nasty before. It's going on this truck. I slid it on there. I liked it, and we're gonna get that welded on today also. Just taking care of some things before I go any further. I want some insight from you guys. I want to purchase a cordless ratchet. Let me know what you guys think. I looked at the Earthquake. I've watched some videos on the Earthquakes. I've looked at the Milwaukees. They're a little bit more on the expensive side, but you kind of get what you pay for. The Earthquake videos I watched, they were happy with them, no issues. Well, okay, they had issues, but it was issues that they had caused, so they took them back and they got new ones. I don't know which one I want. I did look at, I've got my 3/8 Impact is an Ingersoll Rand, and it takes these batteries here. I did look at the Ingersoll Rand cordless ratchet, but just the bare tool is $172, and I thought that was just a little salty. Like I said, I thought it was a little salty, and I don't really think I want to spend that much. And that big battery on the end there, the shape of it, I'm just not certain. So I was hoping to get tomorrow ends a sale for the Earthquake. It's on sale right now for $94, but I'm sure it'll go on sale again. I just want some insight from you guys on what do you think I should pick up? Like the Earthquake, the Milwaukee. Probably will use it a little bit, but not a lot. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Right now, let's get some work done on this truck. I think we'll start with the tip and see where we want to place that at, because I am going to have to do some cutting, or not some cutting, just some grinding, and just a grinding area right in here so I can get it welded on. I just welded on in two spots, a spot here and then a spot on the back side over here. And then, so I gotta clean the surface out over here just to get that welded on there. But I don't want it hanging down like that. I want to lift it up and get it tucked as close to the body as I can. So I'm gonna have to set some blocks under there or something, or I'll mark it first. I think that's sticking out just a little bit too far. There we go. I kind of like that. Get that behind the tires, but yet once we start rolling some black smoke or some coal, as they say, it'll be far enough away from the body where it doesn't get up all over the silver paint. So I think right there is where I like it. I'll get that marked and get that welded in place. Just use a silver pencil and mark it. I know I need to clean it off right there and do the same thing on the other side. And I'll just grab the grinder or sander or something, just clean that paint off right there. Clean the spot off on one of the hooks for a ground and get that burned in there. Alright, pull this stuff out of there. Hopefully it stayed. Just like that. Just got a small weld on both sides. I'll take and cover that up with just a little bit of paint so we don't get too much rust. But yeah, I know I hated it on my second gen, but on this truck, I think it really fits. I like it. I mean, it kind of corresponds with the black wheels. That's pretty much what I think I'm going to do. As far as this truck is, it's going to be silver. Obviously, it's going to stay silver, and I'm going to just do a bunch of black accents. I want to see about blacking these lights out. Once I get them in, I got to pull them out of this bed. I started taking these fender flares off, but every single one is spinning, so all of these are going to have to reach in there somehow and cut those off on front and rear. There's just a little flange up here that sits in, so that'll be fine up there. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. I did get ordered a couple of stickers for the sides of the window. I thought those were pretty cool. All right, while we're back here, we'll just continue on with the back. Like I never showed you, but I busted one of these when my son and I was having the toss the drum contest in the bed of the truck. So I saved one of those out of the other bumper, and all you got to do is just pull this clip out, and they fall out just like that right there. And then the new one will just go right back in its place. Just like that, you put that clip back in, and those are held in place. And then I'll put a bulb, one of those LEDs in there. I gotta pull that broken bulb out of there before I can continue with that though. Even through that yellow lens, those are still pretty bright. They're a 6000K, like I said. Waiting on the other ones to come in. I got one more on this side. There's 3 that go in here, like I said, and then there's 2 on each dually fender. So when those come in, they're supposed to be in Wednesday. I'll get those put in. One other thing I did do also is I hammered, whatever you want to call it, the hole back shut with for the trailer hitch. When he took his gooseneck hitch out, he sliced it 4 ways and then pulled it out. I just need to be able to hammer and dolly that just a little bit flatter than what it is. And weld all those seams back shut right there. So that'll be in the time to come. The wire is underneath the bed on the tank, so kind of zip tied up. So we will get that done also. I think the last thing that we're going to do on this truck is get the emergency brake taken care of, and then I got to change the filters on my Fast on my blue truck. Like I said, the last thing we're going to take care of is this emergency brake here. It goes on there like that. You just got to pull it back in place to where it goes. They will go just beyond that little tab right there. And then before you can put this side on, this piece has got to go on and through that hole. And then that will go in and connect also. Before we do that, we'll take his backside back here and hook it up. It'll be a lot easier before I get ahead of myself. Might need to get a pair of pliers and pinch that in there just a little bit. That's got to go forward just a little bit, but if I can get them in there, once you push on your pedal the first time, it'll pull everything in place. There, I have everything in place. I'll go inside the truck, pull on the pedal, and that should pull these in place where I need them. And then we can go through and adjust this right here with this adjustment nut, and then I will have some emergency brakes. This cushion right here is for anti-vibration. It keeps it away from the frame so it doesn't sit there and you hear it inside the cab. And then there's a little U cut out of that padding right there, and that sits in there just like that. Alright, that's good right there, just as long as there's no drag on the emergency brakes once I take off. I now have emergency brakes in the truck. Like I said, the last thing I'm going to take care of today is changing the filters on the second gen. Just kind of commandeered. House is empty. We knew the lady that lived here, and she has moved up with her daughter, and we're just kind of taking care of it until it sells. And I'm actually utilizing the garage too, so whoops. But it's still not big enough for me to get anything in there. So anyway, when changing my filters, I've showed you guys this before, but I like to go ahead, I always keep a little bit of diesel fuel on hand, and actually what's left from this I'm going to put in a couple of jars and put in a freezer, because I'm just about ready to finish up with the anti-gel test that I'm doing between Hot Shots and Schaefer's. So I'm going to take just a little bit of diesel fuel and put in each one of these. I take my filters off, I go ahead and take both of them off, and I fill both of them up. If you bump your starter, the fast will run for 30 seconds, allowing that to prime up, and then you should be good to go. So I'm going to get both those off, get them dumped out, get these filled up, and get them put in place. Alright, got filters all changed, everything cleaned up there, and I brought the diesel fuel over here. The last thing I'm going to do today, I know the filters I said, but I put diesel fuel in each one of these jars. I have one of them marked HSS, and I have the other one marked SCH. That one is for the Schaefer's, and this one will be for the Hot Shots. I need to get a new bottle out because I used the last that I had. And we're going to put that Diesel Winter Anti-Gel in one of them. And then we're going to put the Diesel Winter Anti-Gel in that one. We're going to put the Schaefer's in this one. I'm going to put them in the freezer for a couple of days. And then when I go and fill up the second gen, I will get these out and we'll see what the consistency of that fuel is. If you remember right, I told you that fuel actually starts to get cloudy at 32 degrees. And between 10-15 degrees, it actually starts to gel. So we'll see what these do as far as those two tests and see what the mileage is. So right now the mileage is pretty much almost spot on with the two. So it's going to be a pretty comparable product. Anyway, I am going to put just a teaspoon in each of them. It's an ounce or 2 ounces. Remember, right? It's 2 ounces per 20 gallons. So a teaspoon in this half pint is going to be plenty. So it's going to be over treated actually. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what these do. So anyway, if you don't mind, oh, one other thing. Olsa Tools, link is in the description. From December 29th, I'm a couple days late until tomorrow. Check out their website, link is in the description. Put Black15 in the promotional code there and you guys will get 15% off of your entire purchase. So that is the last thing I have, and I bid you farewell. Anyway, you guys hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on. Bye-bye.